Hello, friends. How are you doing? Welcome back to Managing Mona's Moolah. I am Mona. Welcome if you are new here or just passing through. This channel is all about paycheck to paycheck budgeting, cash stuffing my day-to-day cash envelopes and my savings challenges, and paying off my mortgage early so I can retire early. So those are my goals. Thank you for stopping in. Today I have a paycheck to budget. This is my paycheck number 2 for April. So let's get right into this. But first I want to ask sincerely, how are you all doing? I hope April has treated you well. It is just about over. Yesterday I was able to take some roses to my mother. They were about this big and one rose was this size from my rose bush in the backyard, and she absolutely loved them. The fragrance on those roses are so beautiful, and they only last a day, right? So she was really happy with the roses. So let's delve right into this. I don't want to make this video very long. I am enjoying my coffee, and here is a cheers to you, my friends. All right, so let's turn to April. So the first thing I like to look at is my monthly spread. This paycheck is dated April 26th, and it carries me from April 26th into May through May 9. My first May paycheck is May the 10th, so I have to make this paycheck last through May 9. So I don't have any bills the last week of any given month. So I do see that I have my mortgage payment on the 1st, which is next Wednesday, my electricity bill, and my home natural gas bill. Those are the 3 bills that I am going to pay and absorb with this paycheck. And that'll take care of it for April. Can you believe it? It's like, where has the time gone? All right, so the first thing I acknowledge is my carryover from the last pay period. This is the checking account cushion that I reserve in my checking account for minor emergency. And I was planning $81.57. However, in actuality, it's only $72.05. I spent some of that cushion, so my carryover is now $72.05. Okay, and this is paycheck number 2. Of 2. This is my full-time job. So this paycheck came in at $25.8603. I'm going to add those 2 items together to get my inflow total. So the total I'm working with for the next 2 weeks is $26.5808. This next section is where I have my fixed expenses and my bills, my reoccurring bills. So the first thing I'm going to acknowledge is my mortgage payment. That is due on May 1st. And that is $1828.58. Then I have my electricity bill. And that bill is $49.87. This is due May 3rd. And my home natural gas, that is due on May 3rd. And that natural gas bill is starting to come down, and it is $68.86. Those are all the fixed expenses that I have, so I'm going to add them together to come up with my fixed expenses total. $1828.58 plus $49.87 plus $68.86. I'm forgetting something here, and I'm going to add my Macy's credit card. I purchased some clothes, and I don't have a sinking fund for that, so I have to pay that now, and then I'll pay the other part with my next paycheck in May. So for now, I'm going to reserve $100. This paycheck date is April 26, 2024. All right, now I have them all. Let me add these together. $1828.58 plus $49.87 plus $68.86 plus 100. So my expenses total $2,047.31. And I'm going to subtract that from my inflow total of $26.5808. And the leftover is $610.77. All right. So I'm bringing this $610.77 to my variable expenses section, and this is where I have things like my allowance and my groceries. This is for day-to-day spending. These are my categories. I have allowance, groceries, my fur kits. I have miscellaneous. I have giving. I usually have car juice in here, but I have plenty of gas money or car juice money. So I am going to leave it like that. So my allowance, I normally get $100. I get $50 a week. My groceries, I get $150. My fur kids are going to get $50. Miscellaneous is going to get $25. And I always reserve extra for my giving, which is $20. So I'm going to add these together. 100 plus 150 plus 50 plus 25 plus 20. So that gives me $345 to spend. And I'm going to subtract that from the leftover up here, 610.77, and that leaves, let's try this again, 610.77 minus 345, 265.77. So here are my sinking funds, and I normally have 3 of them. I have gifts, car maintenance and car insurance, and my health and beauty. And that is not getting, none of those are getting any funds reserved with this paycheck. Every time I have that big mortgage payment coming out, I don't reserve anything from my sinking funds. So this is going to stay $265.77. Here is my extra debt. So I occasionally do spend on my Macy's credit card or my regular credit card, but I always try to pay it off. And I don't have any other major lingering debt other than my mortgage. But as you can see, sometimes I do spend on my credit card. I just have to pay it off. So I'm going to have one more payment like that for my next paycheck. But I don't have any extra debt that I'm applying money to this time around. So my leftovers still going to remain at $265.77. So I have completed 2 challenges, 2 savings challenges already, and I have a third one that I'm working on, which is my 100 envelope savings challenge. And I will resume stuffing that savings challenge with my first paycheck in May. But for now, I am going to just transfer at least $200 into my savings account and leave a buffer of $65.77. I do plan on visiting the stucco company and getting a revised estimate for the stucco job I need done on this house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer money just to be prepared for that home improvement job. And my budgeting and my financial picture will likely change. I'm going to be taking on debt if I don't have enough money saved. So I will put down as much as I have saved so far, and then I will take a loan for the rest of the money to have the house stuccoed. So for now, I'm going to save this to my savings, transfer it to my savings, and that's going to be at least $200. And my buffer will be $65.77. $265.77. If I add these two together, that's $265.77 in total, and leaving a zero left over. So I have a zero base to budget. Every dollar is accounted for. Every dollar has a job and a place to go. This box right here is so that I can check my math. So what I'm going to do is take my total inflow and subtract each category's dollar value, and I should get a zero. I have a total inflow of $2658.08. I'm subtracting $2,047.31 for my fixed expenses. Then I'm going to subtract $345 for my day-to-day cash envelopes. Nothing for sinking funds, nothing to extra debt, and $265.77 for savings. And then it does indeed give me a zero-based budget, and I have another paycheck budgeted. How's your budgeting going? I hope it's going well for you. I'm comfortable with this budget and I will make it work. If I spend wisely, I can make this work until I get my first paycheck in May, and that's when I have a lot more fun because I have a lot more I could do with it. So I am wishing you the best. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're at. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with me, and here is a cheers to you. Have a great week ahead. Bye.